What is good, bro? As per usual, gonna be talking about some stuff. Damn, I need a haircut right now. I feel like I dig the longer hair, man. I think the longer hair is better. Oh, fucking cringe. I don't mog shit. Anyway, yeah, let's talk about some stuff. The most important factor, and you're gonna see this consistent theme throughout all my videos and throughout my channel, is the most important predictor of success will be your level of grit. If you have grit or if you don't. Grit, all it is you keep showing up and you promise to our Lord that you won't tap out. Now, if you're boxing or something like that, obviously maybe you should tap out, but it's consistently showing up even when you do fail for that day, even if you do nothing for that day. It's saying to yourself, I failed, but I will try again tomorrow. And you making the promise to yourself that you will get to the goal eventually. Yeah, that's the main thing. Now, of course, there's a lot of stuff that's like predetermined, right? So like you need to have like a certain level of IQ, you need to consume the right content. There's a lot of like luck factors that are involved. However, I've noticed for sure, and this is like a quote from Alex Hormozy that I think is very accurate, is that volume negates like luck, and volume will negate a lot of things that intelligence can't account for. Essentially, if you keep providing volume and if you keep creating more and more content, you keep testing different angles and different ideas and different concepts, eventually something is going to click. And essentially, to be honest, there's really no excuse because there's so much content out there that works on YouTube. You don't even need to think about original ideas. You really just need to swipe whatever's working for another channel, like another video that's working for another channel. Take the transcript, put that into Claude, change it up a bit. You know, you make a script for your YouTube channel and make sure the video is similar to the video that you're taking the swipe from. Change it up a bit, put your own spin on it, you know, put your face on it, whatever, and you know, hire a video editor or whatever, and make sure you save enough money. And just keep putting out videos. Like, why not just create a bunch of different channels and just make a bunch of different videos all the time? Keep testing until something sticks, until you get a certain amount of views on a certain video, and then you iterate on that and just focus and dive deep on that. It's really, really simple. And I know I'm not essentially doing that, to be completely honest, right now. I'm kind of just like freestyle these kind of videos, talk about whatever, because, you know, kind of want to build my personal brand. I do want a little bit of context. I do want to attract certain kind of people like me to build this channel's fundamentals and then build up on that. Or I mean, I don't know, we'll just do whatever. I kind of just, you know, I always like showing up to practice because showing up to practice is what makes the biggest difference long term. Like I said, grit. But then after grit, it's really just a volume game. If you can produce more, you're always gonna eventually win. The guy who makes 1,000 videos versus the guy who makes 100. The guy who makes 1,000 is just gonna keep testing different ideas. Then he'll one day just make that quantity then becomes quality. Then he iterates on that one video that got the most views, doubles down on it, makes a better video, then makes 1,000 videos just like that video, doubles down on it, makes another video. And that's basically what Mr. Beast does. He has like a bunch of probably creative strategists who come up with a bunch of ideas. They scour YouTube and think of new ideas for him, and then they just make the video absolute quality. And like basically he still does like a crazy amount of volume. It's just the volume looks like just one video that just like popped off, but it's just an incredible amount of volume. And if you want it bad enough, like what, he made that one video where it's like counting to 100,000 in like a day, or he literally records the whole time him counting to 100,000 or 10,000 or whatever. That's like, people aren't gonna do that, man. Like, you need to do something that sticks out, something insane if you really want it, right? Yeah, and yeah. What else is even on my mind, man? I mean, I'm thinking a lot about like e-commerce, right? So like, I'm kind of in like that limbo stage of like, I know what I have to do in e-commerce. It is a bit of hard work, but it's very similar to like YouTube, where you kind of just need to like see what other brands are doing and then like pretty much like swipe their ads from them and then like change it up a bit and then like create some new images. That's basically what all these top brands are doing, and you would be surprised the amount of money they're making just from swiping other people's content. They could be making like $20,000 a day in revenue. Yeah, like it's pretty ridiculous. And like people still don't know, like people don't even know like this is a thing. Like people don't understand like how easy e-commerce is. It's just you need to learn the language of it, which takes like a good like few months, and like understanding like the, you know, what brands are doing well, what the meta is, which is pretty much like supplements and like VSLs and like ad copy and like breakthrough advertising, all these things. Most people just don't really know like how Claude, like AI, don't really have a familiarity with Claude. They don't really know direct response copy. All these words probably sound a bit, all over the place right now, but it's really simple shit. And you learn this stuff, and then you're gonna eventually be making like at least like a good amount of money. I scaled up to like 9K a day and like in revenue, and it's really wasn't really too hard. Yeah, right now we're like tapering down, so I'm not gonna keep that number consistent. I don't want to make that like false claim. But I definitely think I could get to that point. I definitely think I could get to the point where I'm making like 40, 50K a day in revenue, which I know sounds ridiculous, but you'd be surprised once you see these numbers these teenagers are making. It's just incredible. Yeah, I don't know, maybe not, because like literally yesterday I was like really sad about like my ex-girlfriend, but today I woke up, I feel pretty a bit better about it. I don't know, man, like she was like a mid-tier Becky, freaking deep down, like I knew I didn't want to like marry her. She didn't have the traits that I would want for marriage. Like I did have feelings for her, I did love her, but I also know that like it's not a relationship isn't just about love. It's also about like an investment and like the return on that investment, and like if you could see this person as a mother for your children. And to be honest, there were a lot of traits that she had where I realized like even during the relationship that this won't work out eventually. And I think a lot of this anger that I had about the breakup is really just not about her, not about me loving her. It's more about the ego, right? So like maybe it's like, oh, she chose another man over me, and like that's what hurts me more. And like I always see myself as like the best or one of the best, and if there was another man who surpassed me, it just makes me be like, what did he have? He must have had a better, bigger downstairs area, or maybe he's just, I pretty much know what it was. I guarantee you, just like much more social guy, like, would take her to parties and whatever, and just like good like dominance, probably good like social neurotypicality shit, which I'm definitely not good at. Some other thoughts about that. She still says she loves me, but like always judged by the actions, so I'm gonna say that she doesn't. But I think we're moving on from it. It's whatever. Like she wasn't all that looks wise, and I know it sounds like surface level, but looks matter a lot, man. Looks matter a freaking shit ton. The reason why I'm gonna refer you to this guy's YouTube channel called Androgenic. He just made a video the day I'm posting this video, and it was just called like the philosophy of like looks maxing. And this whole looks maxing thing, like there's like, you saw like Clavicular, he went on like the 60 minutes YouTube video where like freaking this Australian guy's like interviewing him, like Clavicular's like batshit insane, even though it's really not that insane. He's just making it come across a lot weirder than it is. Like, okay, bone smashing is like the weirdest part that like gives a bunch of red flags to these like normal people, which like bone smashing, I don't bone smash, that is a bit weird, right? But like, how is improving your looks a bad thing? Like, stop being so stupid. Like it's like ridiculous in their mind that like somebody would take testosterone at a young age to like, look better. But they're like, oh my god, like, that's the most insane thing I've ever heard. It's like, what if you're a guy who has like such bad genetics that like I know there's some people like this where like they literally have like testosterone levels of like 100 nanograms per deciliter. Of course, you should like consider hopping on testosterone. Of course, like maybe your doctor might prescribe that if he sees those symptoms, but like, dude, like everything is about like, okay, like you probably already know this already. Like, I'm not gonna talk to my unaware audience. Like you probably already know about like looks and all this shit, but like it's just ridiculous how they'll try to like convince you, like the mainstream will try to convince you that like looks don't matter that much. Like it's just like they look at you like you're freaking crazy, but it's like, dude, if you go to enough parties and if you go to enough events and if you're around like a younger crowd, if you go to enough like meetings or whatever, it's all about your looks or your money or your status. And the thing is, looks is a thing that's the hardest to. Now, people say like you can looks max, right? Like that's the whole like principle of it. But in my opinion, looks are the hardest to change, because sure, you could like get tan, right? Or you could like fix your acne and you could look a lot better, right? But like there's a certain element in your face that can't be, changed. It's like that part. It's just something that makes you you. And of course, you could like do all like the subtle improvements, right? But your face is like your face, and having a face like Brooke Shields or having a face like, I don't know, some incredible like model, like, I don't know, like Anakin Scott, like Hayden Christensen, for example, something like that, something around that range, opens so many doors for you, more than I would say a billionaire. Now it sounds insane, right? But I always ask this question to my friends, right? And I ask them, let's say you were a baby, right? And like obviously like you don't know anything about life, but you all you understand is like looks are okay. You have the brain that you have right now, and you're a baby, and you're seeing there's two different options, and you could restart your life. You could either be a billionaire, Jeff Bezos, but then you look like Jeff Bezos, or you could look like freaking River Phoenix, but like you don't have much money to your name. Me personally, I'm choosing River Phoenix, right? I'm gonna choose River Phoenix, or I'm gonna like who else? Like someone maybe like Marlon Texier, like Leonardo DiCaprio, or some shit like that, right? You're gonna choose that because unconsciously you know that it's even more valuable than your financial standpoint. Like there's so much value in this in beauty, because it's something that other people can't, you like a normal person can't access it, right? If you're a billionaire, you do get a lot of great incentives, right? You could go to like a cruise, you could go to eat like incredible food, right? Like money could buy you a lot of stuff, but beauty is so unique because no face is directly similar to another. Of course there's like twins or whatever, but like every face is specifically unique, and people will treat each specific person a little bit differently unconsciously based on that face. And even if like there's two people who are good looking, right? One person's treatment will be complete, like let's say Keanu Reeves versus like, I don't know, freaking I don't know, the guy from Riverdale, right? Like both good looking dudes, but like Keanu has like a more mysterious kind of like aura about him that's going to make his treatment from people completely different, and will allow him different opportunities and open different doors just based on that face. The face opens so many different doors, and it's unique to each individual, compared to money, where money, though once you get all that money, you do open a bunch of doors, but $1 billion is $1 billion. Everybody will have that $1 billion, and they could all spend it the same way. I don't know. It's like it's much more abstract. It's much more specific. It's like an art. And that's why, and it's also completely unfair that it is fair, because the truth, like, okay, like me making this money in e-commerce, right? Like people are against like capitalism, like money isn't fair, whatever. That's like a whole separate video that I can make, but from what I've seen, like it definitely is possible to make money. Like money isn't super difficult to come by. It's just you probably have a lot of limiting beliefs about money. Now, of course, like, you could be born in like a bad state or whatever. Like you could be born into like a poor family, and that's like a different story. I understand. But if you're an average guy watching this video this long, you could definitely make a good amount of money. You just don't know the right things right now, and you also probably don't have enough grit, like I spoke about before. But the thing about looks is, I mean, you could looks max, but your face is your face. It's not, you can't really control. And if you do try to get like surgery, there's like a 90% chance that it doesn't go well, right? That's like I can't just like spill out that number, right? But like there's a lot of risks involved, and like most people aren't going to actually get like surgery. And even if you get surgery, like there's still going to be some stuff that you can't really do the exact precision for, that's going to make you look a bit like off, and you can't predict for it. It's completely unique. You have $100, you have $100. You have this green sheet of paper. Your looks, random. And that's why it's so valuable. But, you know, the average person doesn't understand this shit. They're like, oh, well, just, you know, how can you go your whole life looking around being like, looks matter so much? Like, people don't really think about this stuff. Like, people do. It's just unconscious. Like, everybody thinks about this shit unconsciously. And, like, you're going to make your judgments on a certain person, their, like, dietary health, their freaking developmental health, how their genetics are, you know, their perceptions on money, even, like, small things like their immune system health. Like you can make a bunch of judgments about my face right now. Like, of course you could say like, maybe like you could tell like probably my intelligence level. You could probably tell all these little subtle things that you're thinking about my face. You could probably even tell my body count. You could probably tell a bunch of shit, or maybe you can't. But like the fact that you can or can't is also based on my appearance, right? There's so many variables that go into account from it that dictate the trajectory of where your life goes and who you end up marrying and whether you reach unconditional love or not. And I'm telling you, $1 billion isn't going to get you unconditional love. It will get you fake conditional love. It will get you very, very conditional love. It's like the same as unconditional love, but you'll always know that it's a bit inauthentic because there's always that condition. And looks are also a conditional love, but I mean that's another topic too. Like, everything's conditional. That's another topic. Shit's fucked up, but yeah. Yeah, man. My eyes kind of hurt, so I'm probably gonna end the video here. But yeah, looks matter a lot. Like I say that like 100 times in my video. Is there anything else I want to cover in this video? Let me think for a second. Yeah, just lean max. Like that's like the secret. Like just you probably don't need surgery. Just freaking lose the fat, man. Go on the treadmill and eat a lot of protein. Protein and treadmill. That's really all you need. And like training freaking once a week. Wish I just did that earlier. I could talk a lot about girls. Like girls have been a lot on my mind now. I feel like obviously like a relationship is obviously like it's a game. Like you need like that girl to introduce you to how the game works. And like it's not about love. It's about like tactics and freaking strategy. And you like these girls will like play games with you. Even like she'll play games with like freaking the high tier normie or the chat or the Chad light or whatever. There's always like subtle cues to like you need to keep your masculine frame and whatnot. I would say the most important thing, and I heard this from I don't know where I heard this from, but I do remember it. It's that a woman, you could do a lot to a woman. She could get mad at you. She could get very annoyed with you. You guys could get into a big fight, whatever. But the one thing you can't do is you have to make sure that she never loses respect for you. She always needs to respect you. Once she loses your respect, whether it be from you begging or if you begging for her to come back, maybe she broke up with you and now you're like texting her again. I never did this, thank God, but you know, obviously like crossed my mind, right? You never want her to see you as the weaker link. You can't do that. If she loses respect, you're cooked. And even if let's say you want her back, right? And let's say you even like say like, hey, and you start begging her, you start texting her again, you called her 3 times, and you said, I'm sorry, I want to work this out again. Maybe you'll get that off % chance that she actually does come back. But guess what? 6 months down the line, it's not going to work out anymore because she's going to see a different guy who she has respect for. Respect is like the number one thing. She needs to respect you. If she doesn't respect you, you're going to lose that attraction. That's it.